I begin, I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now. Now is the season, now I begin. I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now. I've waited for fortune, I've waited for fame, or just a change in the weather. An Olympic contender in the waiting game. I've scanned the horizon forever. Now is the season, now I begin. I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now. But ships come and go, fair winds have blown, while I remain dead in the water. It's time to weigh anchor and face the unknown. A confident hand steers the rudder. Now is the season, now I begin. I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now. When I focus on tomorrow, or dwell on yesterday, cannot see that I am standing in my own way. Well, now is the season, now I begin. I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now. It's the season, now I begin. I see no reason for waiting. No need to hope for my ship to come in. I set my intention and start right now.
I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release, 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 I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go.
Oh, that was a lovely way to begin. Thank you, Donna. That's a wonderful mantra. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Inspiration Cafe. This is the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and I'm Maxine, Kaye, and I'm so fortunate to be the spiritual leader of this wonderful, beloved community. Wherever you are in the world, you are so welcome here with us for this hour, this very hour of power. That's what it is. And wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're very, very welcome and invited to be with us at this time. We invite everybody from every faith tradition simply to come together, to understand that underlying everything, underlying every different path that people may be taking, there is a unity, that there is a oneness, that there is a harmonious foundation, and that all of the ways that we seek to express life and share our faith and worship in our own precious ways, that we have a commonality. In fact, we know, for instance, that the golden rule can be found in every major religion and philosophy. And isn't that good to know? Underneath everything, there is the unity. So come with us this morning as we celebrate life, because this is still a year of living everyday wonder. That's our Centers for Spiritual Living annual theme for 2022. And our monthly theme here in the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is the beloved community. The beloved community. And the beloved community is not just one physical group of people. It is an intention. It is a vision. It is a dream for our world, for us to realize that we are all connected. We teach and we practice the basic principles of science of mind. We understand that the presence of God is everywhere, including within and all around us. We understand that there is a law of mind which responds to our belief. And it's a great gift we were given, and we must use it consciously, compassionately, intentionally, and creatively. We do this here. We learn how to use the beautiful principles, and we support each other while we're in this wonderful practice. Spiritual tools for any human condition we can imagine. So we're very, very grateful to be a part of the beloved community. And we do have a mission. That mission is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Did you know that you are spiritually magnificent? Well, stick around this hour. You might begin to get the awareness that it's always been true, and we're revealing a greater sense of who and whose we are as we employ these beautiful spiritual tools. And we also have a vision about something greater than we are, and yet something that we're a very important part of, and that is a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. We also have a pretty powerful affirmation that we use that is our purpose phrase. It is our purpose. and many of you know it. If you do, would you say it with me now? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so we are going to begin an opening song, which is so perfect for today. It is called Sweet Forgiveness.
Now I know that the truth be told, there comes a time for letting go, and I promise I held on too long. The road I fear would bring most pain now delivers me from much the same. What was heavy is on its way gone. No more down on my knees. I'd rather rise up to greet sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness. This freedom will be my witness. I must say farewell to you. There is no fair other thing to do. Nothing new here. No way I can win. Say what you will of my offense. It is of no more consequence. I am loosened from all that has been. As for if you agree, it matters not anymore to me. Sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness. This freedom will be my witness. Sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness. Let go now, I can't fix this. I'm right now, easier all around. I was born to walk in the sunlight. So I write a letter, one last letter, wanting not for anything better. The words come without disarray. Void of drama, void of tears, just a piece I've needed all these years, and this time I write it my way, and I wish good for you. I must live my life from a different view. Sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness. This freedom will be my witness. Sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness, sweet forgiveness. This freedom will be my witness.
Hi, I want to talk to the kids for a couple of minutes. Gather round. Pancakes can wait. Good morning. Good morning. Well, Today we're going to be talking about forgiveness. Well, everybody needs to learn this. From the time you're just able to think about, well, you hurt my feelings, or gee, I guess I shouldn't have said that or done that to that other person, that's when forgiveness usually needs to come in. Because it doesn't feel good to walk around feeling badly about something you've done or something that you think was done to you. And maybe they didn't even mean it, but somehow our feelings get hurt. My kids, when they were little, they used to say like this. They'd put their fingers up on top of their head like an antenna, and they'd say, "You hurt my feelers. You hurt my feelers." Well, that doesn't feel good, does it? Somebody teases you, or somebody does something on a playground that's not kind, or says or does something. It's hard. It doesn't feel good at all. But you see, it's important that we learn some important tools, like learning not to continue to feel so badly about it, whether it was something that we feel was done to us or said to us, or something that we did or said to someone else, because it can feel like you're kind of getting beat up, right? That doesn't feel good. So let's put that one down, and let's realize that there is always a way to remember God created each and every one of us without exception. Each and every one of us is the beloved in whom God is well pleased. That's right from the Bible. That includes you and all the other people in your life, brothers, sisters, everybody, friends, people you don't know well. We are all connected because we're all from God's life. It's right there. We just need to take a deep breath, go within, and feel the loving presence. And when we remember that everybody's looking for love, it becomes easier to forgive. Forgive somebody who might have said something that you thought hurt your feelings. Forgive yourself for having done something that you wish you hadn't done. You know, we all have that. Do you know that even the adults have that too? We all get to look at, oh, oops, shouldn't have said that, or oops, I don't like that they did that. We all get to move to a place where we want to get along with each other and to appreciate ourselves as well. Once we invite that love to come bubbling up from the center of our hearts, it's almost like magic that we feel better and more loving about everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you soon. Bye. Okay. All right, it must be meditation time. Meditation time means that we get to come quietly within, take a comfortable position wherever you may be, and take a deep breath with me. Breathe in through the nostrils and out slowly through the pursed lips, right? Again. One more time. Do you feel that cleansing breath, how it allows the breath of the divine to move through your body? Harmonizing, awakening, nurturing. Let that beautiful breath of God, the Chia, the prana, let it move through emotions, bringing balance, sweetness, harmony. Let it move through your mind, bringing clarity, balance, openness. Now allow that breath, simply that holy breath of God, to move through you, and let your breath become very natural and normal. Just a comfortable pace. And now let's invite that breath to become a bridge, a pathway to your heart. Enter into your heart with openness, with a willingness to touch that place within, that sanctuary within, where God abides in fullness and all is well, and peace is present, and love abounds and overflows. Come deeply into the heart of your heart and remember that your heart and my heart and all hearts are now being held very tenderly in the great heart, the one heart. And here transformation begins to take place as we offer up any negative feelings about ourselves or anyone else, and allow the healing energy of divine love to transform those emotions into gratitude, into peacefulness, into appreciation. Let the love of the one for all embrace us all. And now let that love, as it fills us to overflowing, let it move out into the room where you are, touching and blessing anyone who is there, and transforming all of the negative emotions into beautiful, loving, compassionate, harmonious energies. And let that love continue to move out into your neighborhood, into your community, and everywhere that it moves and touches. It blesses and lifts and heals, and it transforms anything that was hurtful into everything that is beautiful. And the gifts continue to keep on giving as the love moves out and fills the world and heals and blesses and nurtures and brings peace where there is conflict and brings plenty where there is need. This love knows how to answer all human problems and conditions. Let it do its beautiful work as we remain centered and peaceful and come deeply, deeply into our own hearts now to listen to the love that is always within us. Listen for the answer to any question. And now let's simply give thanks that the love continues to flow. It continues to bless us and our loved ones and our neighbors and every sentient being in the world. This love is mighty to heal. It is mighty to bless and to transform. We live in a sea of love. We swim in a consciousness of loving possibility for all. And in this place, we are whole, we are healed, we are happy, we are blessed, and all is well.
To my heart, what used to be so full of light has grown so dark. Shadows of resentments and all the hurts I've ever felt. I'm on my knees, I need some help. Give me strength, please. forgive. What happened to the peace? I used to feel contentment deep inside of me. Now there's hate and anger eating at my soul. I've got to find a way to let it go. Give me strength, please help this dying heart to live. Grant me power, the power to forgive. I will not forget, but with forgiveness I just might find a way to let love in and heal my life. Give me strength, please help this dying heart to live. Grant me power, the power to forgive. Please help this dying heart to live. Grant me power, the power to forgive. Help me forgive.
Now I would like to introduce our practitioner of the day to open us up this morning, Mary Furtaw.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mary Furtaw, and I'm a practitioner at the Center for Spiritual Living in Paoli, Pennsylvania. Please join me as I know the truth, that there is one power in the universe, and the power is a force for good, and this power can be traced to the one source. The source is God, and God is infinite goodness. And each of us is an extension of this divine energy, impossible of separation from it. Now, if we're at odds with another for a misunderstanding of sorts that has not been resolved, we unintentionally attach ourselves to this individual. Fortunately, forgiveness corrects this. For when we forgive, we set someone free, ourselves. This is the truth, and I am grateful to know it, and I release this treatment to the law, certain that it is so, and so it is.
Thank you, Mary. Okay. Now we'll speak our affirmation together. I willingly release yesterday's regrets and resentments, seeing anew a deeper truth and opening to a greater tomorrow. Oh, boy, yes. I just returned from Florida yesterday, and I bring you greetings from that very wet but now drying out state. And I'm happy to be back. Today's talk is called Authentic Forgiveness. And there's a difference between, oh, it's okay, and authentically doing our deep forgiveness work. I'd like to quote from our beloved, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, from Beyond Religion, Ethics for a Whole World. He says, When one desires to alleviate the suffering of others and to promote their well-being, then generosity in action, word, and thought is this desire put into practice. It is important to recognize that generosity here refers not to giving in a material sense, but to generosity of the heart. As such, it is closely connected to the virtue of forgiveness. Without generosity of the heart, genuine forgiveness is impossible. What a sweet and powerful concept, generosity of the heart. You see, forgiveness does not change the past, but it expands the future. Don't we want to live in a moment and a day and a lifetime of freedom where we are always looking to continue to expand our future, our tomorrows? Ernest Holmes, in Letters from Other Dimensions, that was written in 1974, said, "I would like to suggest that mankind stands now at the very beginning, not the ending, of the human race. We are just now beginning to discover who we are and what we are and what we can do. The answers are tumbling out, and mankind hungrily devours these crumbs of truth that fall from the great table of the infinite mind." Wow. We are standing in a new possibility right now in this holy moment. Standing in a new possibility because we are one with and individualized expressions of this infinite mind. We have access to all of this creative opportunity. And we must do our work in order to free ourselves to walk forward into an inspired future. Our Jewish friends just completed their 10 high holy days, the holiest of all, Yom Kippur, last week. This is just 24 hours in which atonement is sought and completed as best that they can do. I have a Jewish friend who said, "You know, I haven't really been to my synagogue lately to do this, but what I did this particular Yom Kippur," she said, "I walked down to the beach and I thought about all that I wanted to forgive within myself and others, and I took all of that and I threw it into the ocean." That's a beautiful way to move into the meaning of and the experience of this wonderful sense of experiencing atonement. And let's look at the word. As many of you know, that atonement, if we take it and make 3 syllables out of it, it is at one meant. You see, what this is all about is bringing ourselves back to the awareness of the unity, the divine unity that we can all experience, because underneath everything, we are one. Now, scientific discoveries have shown this. Scientists have shown that the subatomic particles, once physically connected, then separated, are still connected. The particles can be eons apart, but when there is a shift or a movement in one, the other shifts in like manner. A rotation by one particle is matched by the other particle, no matter how great their distance. Scientists refer to the phenomenon as quantum entanglement. Isn't that a juicy phrase? Quantum entanglement. Mystics and prophets have called it oneness. Oneness, mystic entanglement, call it what you wish. It is the reality that underlies everything else that takes place in our lives. And let's remember it. That's our firm foundation. And this is the foundation on which we do our personal work in order to re-engage with this quantum entanglement. You see, when we hold others hostage in our minds or our hearts, we really need to remember how deeply connected we are with them in spirit. You see, we've been seeing in part rather than in the wholeness. We have been seeing through a glass darkly and not remembering our infinite unity. Well, you see, if we're seeing something or someone in a very negative way and we're having a hard time letting go of letting them be who they are and realize who they really are, we are looking through the wrong window. If I'm looking through a window where I'm judging someone, I need to turn around and find another window where I'm looking at the beauty that is the truth, the eternal truth about them. Moving from one window to the next is a very, very good idea. It's freeing, it's loving, it's healing, it's revelatory. Then when we see each other's wholeness, we see one another's divinity, sometimes those other feelings just start melting away. And you know why? Because they had no truth to support them. There was something made up. They weren't the divine reality, the eternal truth about that person or that situation. See, we need to repent. Repent. Do you know what that you do? Many of you know what that word means, what it is in Greek. Metanoia. What does metanoia mean? It means to turn the mind in another direction. Look out another window. Repent from our erroneous feeling and thinking and believing and move into a greater view, a new perspective. It's all about a new, greater, truer perspective. See the truth in the person or the situation. See the beauty. I was having so much fun when I was traveling this week, both in the airport leaving here and in the airport back there, down there and back again. I was having so much fun looking around at all the people and going, look at the many beautiful ways that God shows up in people. Try that. Just walking down the street or in an airport or on a train or wherever you are. Look at the beautiful way that God shows up in people. It's really delightful. And you know what I found? That just looking at people in this way, that people started smiling at me. You think they felt the energy of love moving toward them, drawing it from them? We're all one underneath. Let's experience it. Let's celebrate it. You see, the generosity of our hearts is where it begins and where it continues and where it succeeds. Let me tell you about my own personal forgiveness. Some of it, not all of it. Years ago, Reverend Mike and I were traveling at Christmas time with our beautiful little beloved pooch who is almost 21, Dear Yoga. And we had her and her carry case and our bags, and we checked in. I'm not going to tell you the name of the airline. That would be gossip, and we have to be impeccable with our word. There we were. We checked our bags. We brought our dog. We had the travel case that she had traveled in all of her life. And we were denied her travel with us because the people at the counter said that is not an authorized travel case. We tried to explain to them, she's always traveled in this. They wouldn't let, they said, well, you can fly, but your dog can't. Can you imagine how we began to feel? Okay, I mean, every human emotion that is not helpful or great was coming up. And so it was very clear she wasn't going to go. And if she's not going to go, we're not going to go. Reverend Mike said, please bring our bags back right away. They brought our bags back. We took the bags, the carry case, which was denied, our precious puppy Yoga, got in the car, went back to the parking lot, got in the car, and we drove from here to Boca Raton. And we got there in time for Christmas dinner. Well, I'll tell you what. I would not fly on that airline for years. I had not done my forgiveness work. I mean, we got there in time, and we got to drive all the way back, too. And we had a wonderful time, and yet we were greatly inconvenienced. I finally did my work. One of the reasons, I'll have to tell you, there was an external motivation, and that is it happens to be an airline that flies direct to Florida. We were taking others that were taking us hither and yon and finally getting there during that time. Ultimately, I did the forgiveness work. And we fly on that airline again now. I flew home on it yesterday, and I love it. I obviously finally did my work. I'm glad I did. I'm very grateful that I'm now free of those negative emotions. I am free to travel on that airline or any other airline that I wish to travel. It's a good thing. Now, have you ever had people who were annoyed with you for years? Have you ever had people with whom you were annoyed for years? Holy confession, I've had a few myself. And I have done some very deep, beautiful work, both directions. I feel free because not only now do these people have harmless passage through my mind when they come to mind, but more than that, even those to whom I have reached out at times to try and heal things, and they may have refused that, even they, I feel when their names or their faces come to my mind, I feel love. I truly feel love flowing out to them. I'm free. Don't you see how the lack of forgiveness does not allow us to be fully present in our own lives or in our greater communities? In this beloved community, we must personally, and I'd say collectively, do whatever healing work needs to be done in order to feel the freedom and the sweetness of divine life moving through us and expressing itself in new and beautiful ways. I love flooding people with love. I love flooding situations with love. It makes me feel wonderful. You see, having these resentments about others, they probably don't even know we have them. But they keep us from feeling wonderful. They only hurt us, no one else, and there's no reason to want to hurt anyone else anyway. So freeing. Here's an example of forgiveness that I think is the greatest I have ever heard in my life. You've probably been aware of it. It happened back in 1996 when Reginald and Margaret Green from Bodega, California were touring with their family in Italy when robbers fired on their car, killing their 7-year-old son, Nicholas, who was sleeping in the back seat with his sister Eleanor. So this little boy, this 7-year-old boy, was killed for no good reason at all. The Italians were bereft that something could happen like that, and they called that tragedy our shame. Well, since then, the story of the family's ordeal has transfixed many Italians, and here's why. Rather than show rage or to urge vengeance, the parents of Nicholas have consistently said from that time on that the Italians were not to blame. Margaret Green said of her son, "I would have liked him to live a long time. Now I wish the same thing for his heart." So by today, that was written in 1996, 97, the heart had been transplanted to a 14-year-old Roman boy, and the liver had been donated to a 19-year-old Sicilian woman. A 14-year-old girl from Puglia received one kidney, and the second was implanted in an 11-year-old Sicilian boy. The pancreas and corneas were to be given to 3 recipients. Such extreme generosity can only come through the power of forgiveness, the willingness to let our pain become purposeful, and the awareness of our underlying unity. Can you imagine the transformation that took place because of these parents' willingness to transform those energies and transform a tragic situation into something that was healing for so many people, beneficial for so many people, and to change the whole notion of rivalry between countries and false beliefs about cultures. We are all one. Each one of us, an individualization of God's life. Let's touch back into that place. Let's remember to stop and think before healing insults and anger. When something happens, let's, as Viktor Frankl says, remember that between stimulus and response lies a space. In that space lies our freedom and our power to choose a response. In our response lies our growth and our happiness. Viktor Frankl. That moment, that opportunity to make a different choice, to go beyond the main human emotions that seem so natural and normal, and they are, but to wait, to breathe and say, wait, this is not my legacy. This is not what I want to send out into the world. It is not what I want to harbor in my own heart. I want the healing to begin. Yes, we're going to move through the grief. We're going to move through the sense of loss, if that's the case. But at the same time, underneath that bearing us up is the remembrance that there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is your life and my life now. That life is the life of every sentient being. Let us honor it. Let us allow the transformation, the beautiful, loving transformation of authentic forgiveness to heal whatever the situation must be. Remember the man who asked Jesus, do I need to forgive my brother? Do I need to forgive my brother 7 times? And Jesus responded, no. 7 times 70. 7 times 70. And you know what that translates to me? There are 7 days in a week, right? What if we were investing 10 minutes a day into forgiveness work, true forgiveness work, authentic, honest forgiveness work toward ourselves, toward others, 10 minutes a day for 7 days turns out to be what? 70. 70. I think that's a beautiful number. 7 is a beautiful number. 70 is exponentially more beautiful. Let's do our work. 10 minutes a day, that's all. Can change our entire consciousness. Can free us to do that deep dive into spirit the moment we need to feel the truth that sets us free and keeps us free. It's one life. Let's celebrate it. Let's not spend our lives dragging the remnants of the past that are hurtful, resenting, and feeling vengeful. That's not healthy for our living or for the people with whom we are living. Let's do the work. It's beautiful work. It's holy work. And we can make a difference in our lives the lives of our loved ones, our beloved community. Don't you see, when we do our personal work, everyone in our beloved community benefits from it. We are freer to be our authentic selves. We are freer to let the love flow. Will you say with me? I choose to remain free of blame or shame. I choose to let love lead the way. I choose the freedom of authentic forgiveness. Because you see, as we pause in our human reaction to any person or any situation, then we choose never to allow lesser negative energies to direct us, and we choose the healing energy of love. And so, my beloved ones, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Now is our opportunity to share our gift with this beloved community. I love sharing my gift with this, the closest source of my spiritual food, the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And so as we choose to give in any way that we do, in so many beautiful ways that we can give our gifts to our beloved community, let's say our prosperity affirmation together, shall we? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Well, I've been dreaming a crazy dream. It's been so long now, I thought it was real. As I awaken, my eyes can see all of the beauty that's been there for me. And I'm feeling tomorrow shine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Got a brand new life ahead, and Lord knows I'll be fine, 'cause I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Well, I'm still reeling from this crazy dream. I'm starting to realize that nothing's as it seems. It's like I'm walking on brand new feet. Yeah, it's like I'm driving down brand new streets. And I'm feeling tomorrow shine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Got a brand new life ahead, and Lord knows I'll be fine, 'cause I'm feeling tomorrow shine. But I've built my life, it seems, based on illusions from some crazy dream. And when it all falls to pieces and I awaken, I come to realize I've not been forsaken, 'cause I'm feeling tomorrow shine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Got a brand new life ahead, and
knows I'll be fine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Got a brand new life ahead, and Lord knows I'll be fine. I'm feeling tomorrow shine. Oh, feeling tomorrow shine. Feeling tomorrow shine.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GPCSL morning announcements. My name is Jeffrey Messino, and I serve as the Secretary of the Board of Trustees and the Executive Producer of Studio 1A right here in Paoli, Pennsylvania. Thank you. Thank you all for watching, and I just would love to thank Dr. Maxine on a wonderful talk. The forgiveness and going through that process of forgiving someone or something is very, very tough. And just personally, I went through forgiving the St. Louis Cardinals for allowing us to beat them yesterday as the Phillies. So go Phillies. So we are coming to you live from Paoli, Pennsylvania today. But last week we had a wonderful in-person gathering. And we want to thank everyone who attended and the board for their excellent annual meeting presentation. A very special thank you to Suzanne and Rick Smithers for allowing us the hospitality and hosting us at their place of business. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful space. So I can't wait to hopefully go there for other in-person gatherings. But we do have another in-person gathering for next month. Please mark your calendars for another in-person Sunday celebration on November 27th. We will be meeting at the Hyatt Place in King of Prussia. You can check our events calendar for more information. And as always, Reverend Mike's Science of Mind textbook group continues each Saturday at 9:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We invite you to jump in any Saturday. Just go to our events calendar and you click on the Saturday you'd like to join and register using the link. Reverend Mike will send you an email with instructions on how to join this wonderful Zoom class. And if you are enjoying and loving our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook and YouTube channel, please be sure to like, to subscribe, and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices when the love notes and Sunday celebrations are updated. And we will always continue to live stream every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all our virtual love notes and Sunday celebrations, past ones. And that's it for today, and everyone stay cozy and warm on this chilly Sunday morning. Back to you, Reverend Maxine.
Jeff, it is always such a delight to hear you do the announcements. Thank you so much. Well, I think we're going to have a closing song. Oh, it's our beloved Daniel Nahmod, Years to My Life.
I didn't mean to forgive you for all the harm you've done. I didn't plan to understand you, but against my will I've begun. In searching my soul I found that place. Now there's no mistaking this calmer space. I never counted my blessings, I only saw where you failed. Blinded myself to the lessons you taught Time has a way of clearing sight, like slowly someone turned on a light. I'm adding years to my life, years to my life, by saying goodbye to my anger. I've frozen years of my life, holding so much cold inside. Now finally I find I have cried the eyes away. I didn't know you'd consumed me. I couldn't see what I'd become. Thought I was some kind of grown-up, but I was still so young. And the more I denied it, the worse it grew, till all I was left with was blaming you. I'm adding years to my life, years to my life, by saying goodbye to my anger. I've frozen years of my life, holding so much cold inside. Now finally I find I have cried the eyes away. Years to my life, by saying goodbye to my anger. I've frozen years of my life, holding so much cold inside. Now finally I find I have cried the eyes away.
What a perfect song to conclude our day with. Thank you, beloveds, for being with us today. Tune in next week. So we go forth with our hearts wide open, with the generosity of divine love flowing through us, returning to us. Each of us is indeed a recirculating fountain of love, and we are free. All is well, and so it is.